So on February 5th, we have this fiery and passionate full moon in Leo. Leo is the fifth sign of the zodiac. It's creative, dramatic, self-confident. Leo loves art, music, gym, play, children, to be childlike. And full moons, they illuminate what was hidden. They're culminations, they bring closures, they bring endings. What you need to know for this Leo full moon horoscope. Hi, I'm Patricia Tate with willowgracemystic.com, and this is your astrology forecast for February 2023. What does this mean for you, Aries Sun and Aries Rising? So this full moon is occurring in your fifth house, and the sun is in Aquarius. So the full moon, it wants to be here. It enjoys being in Leo. This is where you have children, and this is where you have creative projects and where you start things. This is the house of what brings joy to you. Now the sun is illuminating your 11th house. The 11th house for you is your friends, your social circles, your networks. It's your aspirations, it's your goals. It's you in the outside world that you connect with others. So it represents community. And Leo is you. It's about finding a balance between the joy and fun with friends and your networks. Now this full moon, it can inspire you to stay focused on creative projects and adventures, to share the love that you feel more openly, to become more invested in harmonious relationships. You can grow close with those that you have a spiritual connection with, and you can crave more romance at this time. What do you want to show for the big reveal? This full moon brings attention or a spotlight to this area of your life. It is also in a square with Uranus. The square is in your second house of your personal finances, your values, your cash, your property. It's things that you own. And it is in a trine with Chiron. Now, Chiron is in your first house of self, who you are, how people see you. Now, this is going to bring an opportunity to bring healing between you with social circles, networks, friends. What do you enjoy? Your cash, your property, your values, and something that has to do with you. And this is going to be an opportunity for healing. It's also going to be an open period to move forward because all of the planets are now stationed direct. Where there was confusion, you're now going to find some clarity. It's going to be an exciting time of possibilities where things are being revealed for you. And so take a moment to look at the seeds that you planted 6 months ago and a year ago at this time. I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. To hear updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. What does this mean for you, Taurus Sun and Taurus Rising? So this full moon is occurring in your fourth house of home. It is about your home, your family, your roots, your foundation. It's your literal house. And the sun is in Aquarius. This represents you in the outside world where people see you. It's your midheaven. It's your career. It's your public life. It's your goals. It's where people see you in the outside world. And so the sun in Aquarius represents community. The moon in Leo represents you, finding a joy between finding a balance between joy with your friends, your networks, you outside with your career, you at home. This full moon is about inspiring you to focus on these creative projects and adventures, to share the love that you can feel more openly, to become more invested in harmonious relationships. You can grow close with those that you have a spiritual connection with in the outside world and at home, and you may want to crave more romance. So what do you want to show for this big reveal? What is being revealed at your home? This full moon also brings attention or a spotlight on this area of your life because there is a square with Uranus. Uranus is in your first house of self. How people see you, how you present yourself, how you look, how you act, how you are. And so there could be some shock or surprise that has to do with your house of home, your career, and you, how you actually are. Now there is a trine, this is a good, with Chiron. Chiron is in your 12th house. This is about secrets, hidden supports, karma, some things that are going to be cleared out. So this could bring an opportunity of healing for you that has to do with yourself, your hidden self also. This is an open period to move forward because all of the planets are now direct. Where there was confusion, you're now going to find some clarity. This is an exciting time of possibilities of things that are going to be revealed. So take a moment to look at the seeds that you planted 6 months ago and up to a year ago at this time. I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. To hear updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So Gemini Sun and Gemini Rising, what does this mean for you? This full moon is occurring in your third house. The third house for you is about communication, travel, short distance. It's about things that are around your home. It's also about your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, your neighbors, and it's technology, and it's taking classes and workshop. The Sun is in Aquarius in your ninth house. The ninth house means to you I want to travel. I want to connect with these people far and wide. I want to take a class. I want to become where the student becomes a teacher. This is the philosophy, religion, education, publishing, and it's about finding a balance between the two of these. Since the Sun is in Aquarius, it represents the community, and the Moon in Leo actually represents you, and finding a balance between joy and fun with your friends, your networks, things that are close to home, and things that you want to travel, go see, and do. So this full moon can have you inspired to focus on creative projects and adventures, to share the love that you feel more openly and become invested in these harmonious relationships. You can grow close with those that you have this spiritual connection with far and close, and crave more romance at this time. So what do you want to show for this big reveal? This full moon can bring attention or a spotlight to something that you've been working on that's close to home. It is also in a square with Uranus. Uranus is in your 12th house. The 12th house is secrets, karma. It's about hidden supports. So something that you are trying to keep a lid on could be revealed or worked on at this time, because this is shock and surprise. There's a trine with Chiron. Chiron is in your 11th house of friends, social circles, networks. So there could be some healing or an opportunity for healing that involves some secrets or some things that have happened in the past. Now, this is going to be an open period to move forward with anything that you want to start, because all the planets are moving direct. Where there was confusion, you're now going to find clarity. This is an exciting time of possibilities being revealed, because that's what full moons do. Take a moment to look at the seeds that you planted 6 months ago and up to a year ago at this time. I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in your chart in the comments below. To hear updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. Cancer Sun and Cancer Rising. What does this mean for you? So this full moon is occurring in your second house. The second house is your self-worth, your cash, your property. It's things that are of value to you. It's your material wealth. And the Sun is in the 8th house. The 8th house for you is your shared resources. It's birth, death, rebirth, sex, transformation, the occult. And the Sun in Aquarius represents the community. The Moon in Leo represents you. And it's about finding a balance between the joy and fun with friends and your social circles, your networks. So this full moon can inspire you to focus on these creative projects and adventures, revealing some things about what brings you joy with cash, property, self-worth, and your connection with others. Now, to share this love that you feel more openly, to become more invested in harmonious relationships or contracts with others. You can grow close with those that you have this spiritual connection with. You can crave more romance. What do you want to show for this big reveal? It'll have something to do with your second house of, it's your personal wealth or cash, property, or feelings. So this full moon, it's going to be bringing attention or a spotlight to this area of your life. It is in a square with Uranus. That is in your 11th house of your friends, your social circles, your networks. It's your dreams and your goals. It's you in connection with others in the outside world. And so there could be some shock and surprise or difficulty in this area. Now, there is a trine with Chiron. It has something to do with your career, your social standing, you in the outside world, your public life, where people see you. And this could be bringing an opportunity of healing that has to do with your career, your social networks that you're with, or friends that you run with, and your self-worth, your cash, your property, and this connection to other people. Then I want you to think of this as things that you want to start as an open period to move forward, because all the planets are now moving direct. Where there was confusion, you're now going to find clarity. This is an exciting time with many possibilities that are going to be revealed in this area of your life. So take a moment to look at the seeds that you planted 6 months ago and up to a year ago. I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. To hear updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. Leo Sun and Leo Rising. What does this mean for you? Well, the full moon is in your first house of self. This is about how you present yourself, how you look, how you act, how other people see you. It's what you're rising to be. It's your physical appearance in this lifetime. And the Sun in Aquarius, this represents your partnerships, your one-on-one relationships. This could be with clients, your partner, your marriage, your alliances. It's contracts that you have with other people. It's your one-on-one. So the Sun in Aquarius represents you in the community, and Moon in Leo is you. And it's about finding a balance between the joy and fun of friends and these social circles and these networks that you belong to. This full moon can inspire you to focus on these creative projects and these adventures that you have with others, to share the love that you feel more openly and become more invested in harmonious relationships, whether they're contractual relationships as in a client or partner relationships with you with a significant other. You can grow close with those that you have a spiritual connection with, and you can crave more romance. What do you want to show for this big reveal? Because the big reveal is about who you are at the core. This full moon is going to be bringing attention or spotlight to you. Now, it is in a square with Uranus. This has something to do with your 10th house of career, the 10th house of your goals, your public life, how you are seen in the outside world. So there can be some shock or surprise. Now, it is in a trine with Chiron. Chiron is in your 9th house. The 9th house is you in connection with people far and wide. You with, it's foreign people, foreign things, foreign food. It's also publishing, taking classes, taking workshops, and it's you further out. So all of this means that there could be an opportunity to bring healing with something that has to do with you, a partner, your career or your goals, or you being seen in the outside life. And it could be with you traveling or connecting with others that are far and wide. This is going to be an opportunity to put forth anything that you want to start, because all the planets are moving direct. Where there was confusion, you're now going to find clarity. This is an exciting time of possibilities that are going to be revealed. So take a moment to look at the seeds that you planted 6 months ago and a year ago at this time. I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. To hear updates as soon as they are released, please subscribe. Virgo Sun and Virgo Rising. This full moon, it's occurring in your 12th house of shadows, secrets, your hidden, your dreams. It's your hidden supports. It's what you want to keep quiet away from the rest of the world. And the sun is illuminating your 6th house. The 6th house is your daily work. It's you finding a balance between work and home. It's also pets. It's your mental, physical, spiritual health and well-being. And so the sun in Aquarius represents you in the community. The moon is you in private, and finding a balance between this joy and this fun with friends in your social circles and your networks, to share the love that you feel more openly and freely, and to become invested in these harmonious relationships, whether they be at work or whether they be with you exercising, or something with a new routine with health, or something that has to do with a yoga, something that has to do with your mental, physical health and well-being. Now, you can grow close with those that you're going to have this spiritual connection with, and you can also crave more romance at this time. You may have some kind of a big reveal of a secret or something that you've been trying to keep private. This full moon can bring attention or spotlight to this area of your life. It is in a square with Uranus, and Uranus is in your 9th house of you in connection with foreign people, foreign places, foreign things, you wanting to travel, you taking a class, you taking a workshop, you being a teacher, you with spirituality. And so there's going to be some kind of a difficulty or something that will be revealed in this area of your life. It is in a trine with Chiron, good, with that is in your 8th house of shared resources, of birth, death, rebirth, and forcing a transformation of you. So this is going to be bringing about a healing of sorts of something that you've been keeping shadow or quiet with classes, workshops, publishing, foreign people, foreign things, and you. So this is going to be an open period of when you are ready to start things to move forward with. You're going to have this opportunity because all planets are now moving direct. Where there was confusion, you're now going to reveal things, see things, and find clarity. This is going to be an exciting time of possibilities because things are now going to be revealed. So take a moment to look at the seeds that you planted 6 months ago and a year ago at this time. I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. To hear updates as soon as they are released, please subscribe. Libra Sun and Libra Rising. What does this mean for you? Well, the Sun is in your 5th house of friends, social circles, and networks. And the Moon that it's illuminating is in your sector of your friends, your social circles. This is who you do the fun things with. It's also your work circles. It's also your dreams. And so the full moon being in that area of your house is illuminating some things about you personally. The Sun in Aquarius represents you in the community. And so it's about finding a balance between the joy of fun with friends and your social circles and your networks. Now, this full moon, it can inspire you to focus on these creative projects, these adventures that you want to do, to share the love that you feel more openly and become more invested in these harmonious relationships that you have with others. You can grow close with those that you have this spiritual connection with, and you may want to crave more romance at this time. What do you want to show for this big reveal? What is being illuminated? This full moon is going to be bringing attention to your friends and social circle network area of your life. It is in a square with Uranus. Now, this is in your 8th house of you with birth, death, rebirth, money that comes into you, legacies, wills. It's contracts that you have with other people. It's also the house of sex and the occult, and it's the house of transformation. So there will be some kind of transformation that could be shock and surprise going on with you. Now, there is a trine in your 7th house of partnership. This is your one-on-one with your significant other, best friend, or clients. And so now is going to be an opportunity for something that's going to be revealed for some healing. Now, where there was confusion, you're now going to find clarity. This is going to be an exciting time of possibilities that are going to be revealed for you. So take a moment to look at the seeds that you planted 6 months ago and up to a year ago. I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. To hear updates as soon as they are released, please subscribe. Scorpio Sun and Scorpio Rising. What does this mean for you? Well, the full moon is illuminating your 10th house of career. It's your social standing. It's you in the outside world. It's your public life. It's your goals. It's your recognition. It's people seeing you in the outside world. And the Sun in Aquarius represents the community, but it's your home. It's literally showing your house, your home, your family, your roots, your foundation. And the moon in Leo is you in your career and having to find a balance between joy and fun with outside world and at home, fun and friends and networks that you belong to. The full moon is going to inspire you to focus on these creative projects and these adventures, to share love that you feel more openly and become more invested in these harmonious relationships, to grow close with these people that you have a spiritual connection with in the outside world and close to home. And you may want to be craving more romance at this time. There's going to be something that's with your career or with your social standing or you in the outside world that's going to be a big reveal because the sun is going to be illuminating this, showing us something. The full moon is going to be bringing an attention or a spotlight to this area of your life. It is in a square with Uranus. This is going to have something to do with partnership. This is your one-on-one, your significant others, or you and clients. It's you, it's your +1 house. It's the signing of contracts. It's something that has to do with your career and your partnerships or your clients. Now, a square with Uranus is shock and surprise. But there is a trine with Chiron. Chiron is in your 6th house of finding a balance between home and career and your service to others. And it's also the house of pets. It's your house of mental, physical, spiritual health and well-being. And so this is going to be bringing an opportunity for some healing of these areas of your life and combining them all. This is also an open period to move forward with because all the planets are now direct. So what are you wanting to start or begin? Where there was confusion, you're now going to find some clarity. This is an exciting time of many possibilities that are going to be illuminated and revealed. So take a moment to look at the seeds that you planted 6 months ago and a year ago at this time. I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in your life in the comments below, and to hear updates as soon as they are released, please subscribe. Sagittarius Sun and Sagittarius Rising. What does this mean for you? Well, the full moon is illuminating your ninth house of I want to be on the outside world. I want to connect with people far and wide. I want to take a class, take a workshop, become a teacher. I want to have something published. I'm writing and I'm journaling, but I want to have these things out in the outside world. The sun is illuminating your third house of communication and travel, but things that are close to home and having to network, like in your neighborhood. It's also aunts, uncles, cousins, and siblings. So if the full moon is you in the outside world of things that you want to do, the sun in Aquarius represents the community. The moon in Leo is you and having to find this balance between the joy and fun of friends, your social circles, your networks. Now this full moon can inspire you to focus on these creative projects and your adventures, to share the love that you feel more openly and become more invested in these harmonious relationships that you have with people far and wide and close to home. You can grow close with those that you have this spiritual connection with and crave more romance. What are you going to want to show for this big reveal? This full moon is going to be bringing attention or spotlight to this area of your life of what have you been working on? What have you been creating that now you're ready to publish? Now you're ready to release. Now you're ready to tell people about something about you. It is in a square with Uranus. The square with Uranus is in your 6th house, and the 6th house is your mental, physical, spiritual health, well-being, and your service to others. It also represents a balance between home and work, and it's your daily work. It also includes pets. So there's going to be some kind of square or something that you have to push through or difficulty that may come along with this. There is a trine with Chiron. Chiron is in your 5th house of fun, relationships, what brings you joy, art, music, sex. It's the house of literally bringing joy to you. And so all of this combined together is going to be bringing about an opportunity for you to have some internal healing. So where there was confusion, you're now going to find some clarity. This is a really exciting time of possibilities that are going to be revealed for you. So take a moment to look at the seeds that you planted 6 months ago and up to a year ago. And this is where it's going to start to manifest. I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. To hear updates as soon as they are released, please subscribe. Capricorn Sun and Capricorn Rising. What does this mean for you? Well, the full moon is in your 8th house of shared resources. It's your contracts with others. It's your legacy, your wills. It's the occult. It is birth, death, rebirth. It's sex. It's where we have transformation. And the sun is in Aquarius of your personal finances, your personal self-worth, cash, property, feelings. It's things that you own. It also, Aquarius represents the community, and the moon is going to be representing Leo, you, and it's about finding joy and balance between your fun, your friends, and finding fun in these networks or these arenas in your life. This full moon can inspire you to focus on these creative projects or adventures of contracts or work that you have with others, to share the love that you can feel more openly and become more invested in these harmonious relationships of finding a balance between you and them in the outside world. You can now grow close with those that you have this spiritual connection with and these contracts with, and you can also crave more romance. What do you want to show for this big reveal? What are you revealing in your 8th house of transformation? Now, this full moon is going to be bringing an attention or a spotlight to this arena or area of your life. It's in a square with Uranus, and that is in your 5th house of fun, sex, what brings joy to you. And so there might be some conflict of what does bring joy, and I'm uncomfortable with sharing this joy, and it's going to be revealed. And then Chiron is there. Chiron is in your 4th house of home, family, roots, foundation. And this is going to be bringing about an opportunity of healing for your home, for what brings joy, for what brings you with contracts, or it could be sex, it could be creative projects. It's what you are creating. And so this is an open period to move forward because all the planets are now stationing direct. They're moving forward. And where there was confusion, you're now going to find clarity. everything is going to be revealed. This is an exciting time of possibilities that are being revealed. So take a moment to look back at what seeds did you plant 6 months ago and what was going on a year ago at this time. I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. To hear updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. Aquarius Sun and Aquarius Rising. What does this mean for you? Well, the full moon is in your 7th house of partnerships, relationships, your one-on-one. It's your +1 house. It's you and your best friend, you and your significant other, you with a client. It's you in the outside world with somebody else that's significant to you. The sun is in your 1st house of self, how you present yourself, how people see you, your physical appearance. And so the sun in Aquarius represents you as a community. The moon in Leo is you personally. And so how do you find balance between you with a partner and you with yourself? It's about finding balance with joy and fun and friends and social networks. This full moon is going to have you focus on creative projects and adventures that you can do and enjoy with others, to share the love that you feel more openly and become more invested in these harmonious relationships. You can grow close with those that you have this spiritual connection with and that you may crave more romance. So what do you want to show for this big reveal? It'll have something to do with you and this significant other or partner or client. This full moon can also bring attention or spotlight to this area of your life that you're now ready to show other people. It is in a square with Uranus. Uranus is at the bottom of your chart, meaning your mother, your home, your family, your roots, your foundation. And there could be some conflict that has to go along with it. That's going to be shock and surprise that's going to be revealed. There is a trine with Chiron that is in your 3rd house. The trines are gifts and it's about ease and communication. And so this is things that are close to home, siblings, communication, short distance trips, your aunts, your uncles. And so this is going to be bringing about an opportunity of healing these areas of your life of you, a partner, something that has to do with home, something that has to do with travel or communication, and siblings and family. And so this is also an open opportunity for a period for you to be starting things, because all planets are now moving direct. Where there was confusion, you're now going to find clarity. This is an exciting time of possibilities that are going to be revealed for you. So take a moment to look at what was planted or what was started 6 months ago and what you were doing a year ago. I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. To hear updates as soon as they are released, please subscribe. Pisces Sun and Pisces Rising. What does this mean for you? Well, the moon is in your 6th house of finding balance between you and work and your home life and your mental, physical, spiritual health, well-being, and your service to others and pets. It's your daily work. It's what you do in the outside world every day. And the sun is illuminating your 12th house of respite, where you go to rest, recuperate. It is your dreams, your secrets. It's the hidden house of where you want to go and get away from work or get away and rest and recover. And so the sun in Aquarius represents community and the moon in Leo is you. So how do you find a balance between you with work, you with fun, you with friends, joy, your social circles, your networks? This full moon is going to inspire you to focus on creative projects and adventures. Do you have your connection with yoga or meditation or small groups instead of large groups, or through the internet? This is about creative projects and adventures that you are going to be creating to share the love that you feel more openly and become more invested in these harmonious relationships so you can balance your home and your career. You can grow close with those that you have this spiritual connection with, and you can crave more romance at this time. What do you want to show for this big reveal? It's going to be something that has to do with your nutrition, your exercise, something that heals you. This full moon is going to be bringing attention or a spotlight to this area of your life. It is in a square with Uranus, and this is technology, communication, siblings, traveling, everything that is close to home, or learning or teaching, but it's things that are going to be close to home. And there is also a trine to Chiron. That is in your second house of personal resources, your cash, your property, and your self-worth. So it's going to bring an opportunity for healing. So are you paying for these workshops, these classes that you're taking with others? Are you creating them? This is going to be an open period for you to move forward because all the planets are now stationed direct. They're moving forward. So where there was confusion, you're now going to find clarity. This is an exciting time of possibilities that are going to be revealed. So take a moment to look at the seeds that you planted 6 months ago and a year ago to find out what is coming to an end or what is being revealed. What is the culmination? I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. To hear updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe.